Hi, what's up? Did you miss me? I know I missed myself being on this channel. It's 9:30 p.m. where I am right now. Three, no, not three, 2.5 hours until the next year. And I wanted to take this time to talk about the different things that I've been going through in the past few months. Just a small disclaimer. If the sound quality sounds terrible, it's because I am talking through a tiny mic that I bought from Amazon. The price was cheap, but I don't know if the quality is good as well as much as it was when I was recording just like that. Also, another thing why I'm using this is because I live in the inner city, and right now it's almost like New Year's Eve, so people are partying. They've been going at it since 6 p.m. I'm like, bro, there's like 6-7 hours before midnight. Why are you starting? Why? Anyway, um, I just want to take this video to just be a little look back kind of a video. Also, I want to apologize. I haven't posted very much in the past few months, and that's because I was both busy and lazy. Busy as in I had to do volunteering and I had some university work because this is my last year of uni. I have one more semester left before I finally finish and I can put my diploma on the wall and be like, this is life, man. And my mom, she's trying to convince me, oh, okay, you don't stop, don't stop in bachelor's, go and do masters. I'm like, no, mama, please, I'm done with everything. I'm done. 15 years in school and then another 3, 4, 5 years. Okay, that is when you count the 2-year gap that I took between my second and third year because of Corona. I'm just ready for a retirement. I thought I'm gonna put my certificate and I will retire. I mean, retire from academia, but life. Anyway, the past few months, I actually got to volunteer in in I think a few international sports events. I'm not a big sports person, but I'm kind of sporty. Like, I've always wanted to go volunteer in a sports event because of the action, the drama, the adventure, and everything like that. So I got to volunteer for few, I think it was like 3-4 types of sports. One was wheelchair basketball, which is like an international competition for all the wheelchair basketball countries, teams. It's like a World Cup, but for wheelchair basketball. And then I did, in between, I did like jujitsu for kids and men, basically. I don't know why I volunteered for that one. It was the men's category, the male category, and was so awkward. Third one, I did, what was the one I did? I think I did football, and I did one for, again, para powerlifting, world para powerlifting championships. And then I also did like international badminton. Yeah, life was going great and life was going nice. I've got to meet new people, and it's so inspiring when you get closer to the athletes, especially for the para powerlifting. I was in the warm-up area, medical team, so I got to like talk with the players and do all these cool things. And they were so inspiring. They used to tell me like, listen, woman has to be strong, go do some lifting. Another guy told me, it's okay, you think yourself to be weak, to be weak, you can't lift this, but if you put your mind and soul into it and you train yourself hard enough, you can get to the level where you can lift like more than 100 kilo. Yeah, because these people are very extreme, like they're lifting 250, I think. And the maximum, I think that's the maximum weight, 254 kilograms. I'm like, oh my god, the barbell itself is bending, the barbell cannot hold the weight. Yeah, so that's how it is. And after that was during summer. After that, I got busy with uni. I have to finish, third year. I have many things to do. I just finished like 2 out of 4 assignments. 2 out of 4 assignments I finished, and so far everything is going okay. I'm trying to not lose the momentum, because now I'm almost going to finish the third assignment, and then I have to continue the fourth one. My whole goal is to finish before January 10, because that's my final deadline. Then I could go and enjoy my time and be free for a few days until uni starts again next semester. Yeah, but while life was going on, some very terrible things happened in the world and in the region, especially the region that I'm living in. And ever since, the world just turned upside down, and it just opened people's eyes to a lot of realities of the world. AKA, if you live in the if you live on the other side of the world, that is like beyond, on the other side of the Atlantic and below the Mediterranean, okay, you are pretty much useless. You are inhuman. Nobody's gonna treat you like a human being. I mean, it's very easy for anybody to just come into your country and invade it and then bomb it. I mean, right now, I mean, the US is threatening, really, really is itching to come and bomb my people, just like it bombed literally every other country in the region I'm living in. And it really sucks. I just hope my country does not get triggered and then be like, okay, let's fire our nukes. Phew, goodbye. And then, the war, instead of the war of 1990X, it'll be the war of 2020X. Oh my god. Roaring 20s indeed. And it's very painful to just see your own, basically your own brothers, your own flesh and blood, just be massacred like this left and right, especially since more than 50% of them are children. And it's really horrible. And the worst thing is that despite people from that massacre being able to, they're posting all these videos and they're posting all this content, and it's literally happening on live television and live streaming on the internet. And yet people are like, oh no, but they're the problem. And they started like, sir, who told you? The moment you entered this region, okay, you doomed yourself to a life of misery, okay? You think these people are gonna be okay with you stealing their land? Obviously not. I mean, have you not learned from the French occupation of Africa? Okay, you think the French had an easy time in Africa? Of course they didn't, especially in the northern regions of Africa where the Arabs live and the Amazigh they live. They did not go out safely. No, they had to go out with blood. They came in with blood, they went out by blood. And the same thing is going to happen to those idiots on the other side of the Mediterranean, who are being the bunch of jerks that they are, the cowards that they are, going and massacring people left and right. They couldn't handle the armies, the people who actually have guns or fighting them. They're going and attacking the children, the women and the men and all this stuff. And it's really gruesome as well, because you see, I mean, the things I have seen. To be fair, next time, if anybody ever tells me, oh, why are you watching these violent types of movies and TV shows, like it's not good, I'm like, sir, please, okay, I watched an entire genocide unfold before my eyes, and that's not the only genocide that has unfolded in front of my eyes. Okay, there are so many other genocides that have happened, because my region is a breeding ground for genocides and massacres, thanks to America and Russia, the UK, and all these idiots out there. Yeah, that's what to do. And the worst thing is that when your people are letting your own brothers down, and that's the worst thing, to feel like you've been let down by your own brothers, and that's really terrible. I wish I wish things were better. I wish things were much much better, especially for the people in that country, because they've been suffering for 75 years. I mean, other countries suffered for worse, but this one is terrible, because it's not the number of years that's the problem, it's the quality of the suffering. Okay, the suffering is of the highest degree. And you see people spouting lies right in front of your eyes. Lies in front of your eyes. Okay, that's a very good line. It rhymes very well. When you see them spouting these lies in front of your eyes, and you can't help but feel like, what the hell is wrong with you people? It just makes you so angry and so spiteful and so hateful. Oh my God, that's terrible. And yeah, I think I just pray that things get very better. I just wish America just leaves our land alone. But what to do? We have oil, we have oil and natural resources and strategic trade routes. Speaking of strategic trade routes, the Yemenis are just making us proud every single time. So go Yemen, go, and so are Iraq and all these other countries that have suffered at the hands of America and its evil allies. May they win. So, as I said, ever since that, it's been very, very difficult for you to resume to live back life the way it was. And especially since now I'm like watching the news more than I am actually like more than ever. I've never actually been very interested in watching the news or anything. Like I could care less because a lot of times it's just nonsense and propaganda. But sometimes it's just important, especially when some news channels they give you exact live play by play, like in real time. Like when things are happening, they're happening in real time. Oh, it's really sad because I have my friends as well. Their family is there, and it's really terrible. It's really terrible because and I try to call my friends who are from that region, and I tell them like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Please tell me, is your family okay? Are your grandparents okay? Are your siblings okay?" And they're like, "Okay, we're trying, we're surviving, we're doing our best." And it's really horrible when you see the sadness and the struggle and the pain on their faces. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. I wish this whole thing ends soon. But despite the suffering, there are always lessons that we can learn from the times of suffering. And it's like how to be stronger and how to be much more closer to your faith, and how to be more resilient in the face of danger. And also all the countries that scream democracy, democracy, the freedom of I don't know what, freedom of speech and freedom of God knows what. Okay, in the end, they're the biggest fascist, tyrannical dictators that we've ever seen, especially since they've been trying for the past, I don't know, 200, 300 years, since the dawn of Western imperialism, coming and forcing it on our heads, and they're aching our heads with it. Oh, women's rights, animal rights, whatever rights. Yeah, but their actions are totally left. Their actions are totally left. I mean, the poor animals are getting bombed left and right, and they're not doing anything. In fact, PETA, okay, PETA, the biggest organization for animal rights headache, okay, animal rights headache, okay, they're not being activists, okay, they come and shame people for eating meat, but when the animals are being massacred left and right in bombings and in chemical warfare and things like that, oh, suddenly there's no sound from them. There is no sound from them. All these organizations are a bunch of hypocrites. The biggest of them all is the United Nations. Like, how can a power of one country just veto the decision, the unanimous decision of like a more than 50 or 100 something countries? How does this happen? How is this even possible? And but then again, considering that I am from my region, it's very normal for us. Like, we knew this for a very, very, very long time, and we've been trying to tell you guys, but you guys did not listen. There's also like another disaster in Africa, and again, it's another terrible humanitarian crisis, and literally nobody's talking about it. Nobody is talking about what's happening in Sudan, and that is really, really, really concerning, especially with what's happening to the families, to the children, to the women especially. Oh my God, the way they're being treated over there. It's very reminiscent of the post-apocalyptic movies and things like that, which is sad because the people of Sudan are like one of the nicest people ever you will ever meet. And they're very kind, they're very generous, and their whole vibe is just so cool. I mean, if you ever had any like Sudani friends, or you were exposed to some elements of Sudani culture, whether it was through their movies or their music or their TV series, or even like basically their memes by this point, they're just vibes, total vibes. So it really pains me what's going on with them. I hope things get better. It's really terrible. um I think while the whole war is going on, people people, including myself, we're trying to live our normal lives as well, but everybody knows that nobody's life is ever gonna return to normal after this, because I think by the time 2023 is gonna end, people are gonna have a very different mentality and a very different outlook to how the world works. And I wish it turns out for the positive. I don't want it to be like some negative thing to come upon us, because we're tired. And while I was trying to adjust with this new normal kind of thing, I mean, it's not really new normal for me, again, coming from the region that I am, it's very common to have some terrible war or some terrible invasion by America or something like that. Anyway, um, I also managed to try to make myself busy by kind of like being active and participating in these charities and fundraisers. Actually, I submitted a charity box that I have for the different clothes and for the people who need it. And I tried to get myself to I actually found myself a job. Actually, it's not me who found the job, it's the job that found me. Yeah, I have a friend who recommended me to be like this art workshop facilitator for little kids. And it wasn't like it was just like a temporary freelancer contract, but it was really nice. I got to travel as well. Travel as in like go to a different city in a different on the other side of the country I'm living in. And it's really nice, especially in the mountains, because I've never been to that in that region before, even though I've been begging my father, please take me, father, please take me. But it didn't happen. So here was my chance, and I went there and I had so much fun. The people in the libraries were very nice to me. The kids were so cute, and it was just overall a really good vibe. And I got some gifts as well from the library. They gave me like a notebook and just as a token of appreciation, I also got like free books. Oh my god. And yeah, to be honest, I don't know whether the libraries outside in other parts of the world are like this, but when I went to these libraries, you feel like you're in a hotel. You're not like in a library. People just talk. They give you tea, they give you coffee, and you're like, wow, is this really a library or is this a guest house? I really, really enjoyed my time, and I would really, really love to repeat this experience again. Um, yeah, so it was really fun. It was a really fun job opportunity, and now I'm sitting here doing my essays and finishing my mathematics. Worst thing ever. Have to do like crazy calculations and things like that. But anyway, no pain, no gain, right? If I want my degree and I want my distinction to graduate with distinction, I'll have to struggle a little bit, sacrifice my sleep. Ah, my God. Anyway, so I think this is just what I really wanted to talk about right now. And please excuse this weird recording, because right now I'm sitting in my storeroom, and because the sound quality is terrible everywhere. People are making noise, and I have people who are sleeping in the house, so I don't want to disturb them. And also, I'm not gonna edit this very much. Like the background sound, you're gonna hear the background sound and you're gonna hear everything. Okay, not everything. Okay, I try to be as far as possible. um yeah, thank you very much for listening. And I'm gonna put another video soon. I'm gonna push myself to put out another video. Thank you and goodbye, and I wish you all a happy new year. Bye bye.